At the start of the film, a beautiful lady with blonde hair and a black cap is seen eating some snacks. Her name is Arlen. She is abandoned in the middle of the desert behind an electric fence with nothing but a jug of water and a back bag. She finds a piece of paper that says "Find a Dream." She strolls through the desert quietly while the camera zooms in on her. Arlen finds a random broken-down car in the open desert and used the rear-view mirror to put makeup on herself. She suddenly saw two suspicious people approaching her, and she decided to escape. Her speed seems to be slower than that of her kidnappers, and she is quickly kidnapped by the barbarians commanded by Miami Man, who is not wearing a shirt. Having been tied firmly to the ground, Arlen's right arm and right leg were severed by the barbarians, who then ate them. Due to pain, she passed out. She regains her consciousness and finds out that she is tied with chains. She was helpless, and suddenly, while she is being cleaned, her chains are taken off. Being furious, she kills her helper and escapes utilizing a skateboard. At the point when she shows up at a sign stated "Find Comfort," she is reprieved by a filthy hermit. Using a shopping trolley, he dumps her off at the entryways of Comfort where she is taken in. We see a scene of Miami Man with his daughter and a lady. They are sitting and eating what is left of the girl. We fast forward 5 months. With crazy hairstyling and messy clothing, Screamer walks down the road rehashing pointless words. He tells Arlen there's just one thing that you must never forget. When she asks what it is, he says she has to figure it out herself. Arlen currently has a prosthetic appendage, a gun, her own home, and a few pristine shorts. Different scenes are shown on how she trains to use a gun using and do things using one hand. At the point when she adventures beyond town to chase birds, she experiences Miami Man's significant other Maria and her far-off girl Honey digging among junk. Arlen shot Maria in the head in front of her daughter Honey as retaliation for her amputated leg and arm. Honey sat with her legs crisscrossed beside her mother's body helplessly for some time. Honey follows Arlen as she meanders once again into the city. At a distance, Filthy Hermit is watching them using binoculars. She gets a rabbit for Honey, and they proceeded to her house. In another scene, Miami Man is shown looking for his wife and daughter, Honey. He gets to a heap of junk and finds the body of Maria being eaten by crows. He looks around and locates the Filthy Hermit. With the drawing of Honey on a pad, Miami Man asks the Filthy Hermit if he had seen the girl. In return for information, Filthy Hermit poses as Miami Man, draw him on the pad. Being convinced, he gave Miami Man the directions and whom Honey was with. Do you recognize who this actor is? Honey is seen applying makeup keenly on Arlen's eyebrows. That night, they both went to a rave. Cheers from the crowd welcomed the dream as he entered the scene. So he's the dream they'd been told to find. At the rave, Honey accidentally drops the rabbit and starts looking after it. She runs into the dream who takes her away. Arlen strikes a theatrical stance, takes some pills, and chooses to leave town once more. She goes about murmuring to herself and staring at the heavens. When you believe she has finished wandering, she immediately starts wandering again. The hallucination effects. Miami Man showed up all of a sudden as she went to gaze at the stars. He continued to see her like she was going to kiss him. However, it did not happen. Every last bit of it resembled a dream. When Arlen wakes up in the middle of the desert, Miami Man is standing over her, clutching a pad of paper in her prosthetic limb. A picture of Honey was drawn on the pad. Miami Man asked Arlen if she had seen a female while pointing at the sketchpad and speaking with what seemed like a Cuban accent. Arlen was cautioned by Miami Man to answer the inquiry or, more than likely, she would be compelled to do without her leg. Miami Man also declares that the only thing that matters to him is Honey. Arlen's only method for versatility was her prosthetic appendage. Hence she said that she had never seen the young girl. Even though Arlen denied knowing Honey, Miami Man already knew that Honey was with Arlen as per the information he received from the Filthy Man. Arlen and Miami Man leave for Comfort with the goal that they can look for Honey. Out of nowhere, a heavy-built man with a chain tied diagonally around his body appeared and demanded to exchange water in return for Arlen. Miami Man seems to buy the idea and gave Arlen away. On a second thought, Miami Man came for Arlen rescue and killed a man with a butcher blade. They then used the dead man's bike to sail through the desert towards Comfort. There was a stopover on their way and a heavy sandstorm forced them to hide over a sheet of cloth. Miami Man explains why they were assigned to reside in the Bad Batch confinement area. Arlen was able to divert him by using her tattoo while stealing his knife. Arlen threatened Miami Man with the knife, saying that she despises him and his people. Miami Man gives her his best ever quiet look as he dials the smolder up to 11. Miami Man is shot in the chest by some random guy just as Arlen begins to get fascinated by his explosive areolas. The unidentified man then, at that point, lets Arlen know that he is attempting to save her. The two of them left, leaving Miami Man moaning in wretchedness. After getting back to comfort, Arlen spots Honey walking around a few of the Dream's pregnant ladies, companions, and sets out to save her. Filthy Hermit rescues Miami Man from the crows. He lights fire using dollars and roasted the captured crow and feed Miami Man with it. At the start of the movie, Filthy Hermit had saved Arlen from illness and severe blood loss, and now doing the same to Miami Man. Miami Man expressed his gratitude. The Filthy Hermit gives him a snow globe and departs after being sufficiently healthy. Arlen started looking for Honey in Comfort Streets and ended up in the Dream's place. Arlen answers the doorbell at Dream's obscenely dark house. After it was determined that Arlen was harmless without her right arm, admission was granted. The Dream interrupts his instruction of prenatal water aerobics in the dark to speak with Arlen. As usual, the Dream began rambling to Arlen. He claimed that because they are cows, cows stand and poop. Because of their pigs, pigs stand and poop. He didn't give Arlen a chance to defend herself before he began his insulting remarks. Dream requested one of his pregnant women, named Elena, accompany Arlen to a place where she could get ready for his wet dream. Arlen grabs a revolver she had concealed in her prosthetic leg when she is left alone. She walks downstairs while holding a pregnant captive. Arlen demanded Honey while holding a pistol to Elena's baby. At this scene, it is evident that all of Dream's security pageants are pregnant and wear white t-shirt with words, "The Dream is inside me," written in bold. Honey descends the steps, holding her bunny before entering a golf cart being driven by Arlen and Elena. They are able to go without listening to any more monotonous lectures. Outside the gate, Arlen let Elena, who was pregnant, to exit the cart, and she then drove towards the desert wastes. In the midst of the desert, Arlen and Miami Man meet up. There are embraces and pleasantries among the three of them. Miami Man informed Arlen that she could go back to Comfort because she was of little use to him now. Arlen adamantly refuted this assertion and said that she preferred her current location. Between the two, there were some emerging sentiments. Honey cried out because she was starving. She remembered the spaghetti she used to get at the Nice Man place. There is no food here in the midst of the desert. The only item that was edible was Honey's pet bunny. In return, Miami Man kills the rabbit and roasts it over a fire. Over a campfire, they both gorged themselves on it. In a serene beauty of a desert-lit fire, and while 80s music played and a little girl watched the two of them, Arlen and Miami Man exchanged long, intense looks. Thanks for watching another Essential Movie Recap. Please like and subscribe.